Here are the reasons why people love Kate Middleton more than Meghan Markle.
By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming.
I know. It's been more than a decade since Kate Middleton officially joined the royal family.
It's been the best thing so far. Oh, you are so sweet.
Kate Middleton is considered to be the picture of royal elegance, a style queen, and the people's darling. Now, Meghan Markle, by most people, she's an outspoken duchess who's shaking things up a lot, and she's considered to be a lightning rod for drama.
You are making people want to me.
She says her mental health declined to the point where she contemplated.
Now, when we contrast the two, Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton, two well-known members of the British royal family, have very different ways of doing things. Meghan is outspoken and not afraid to break away from royal traditions, and she's also proud of her American roots.
When I first met my now husband, my British friend said to me, "You shouldn't do it because the British tabloids will destroy your life."
Some people admire her for standing up for what she believes in, while others criticize her for not following the rules.
Royal rules Meghan Markle had to follow and broke.
Every time a royal woman sits down, it is customary for them to do so with their legs crossed and their knees touching.
There's no class in some person who goes sit like this, cross your legs like this, use this fork, don't do this, wear this kind of hat. Doesn't happen.
Meghan even decided to take a step back from being a senior royal and move to America again with her husband, Prince Harry.
Meghan Markle has returned to her California roots, this time with her family in tow.
Kate, on the other hand, is more traditional. She's always poised and polished and takes her royal responsibilities very seriously. She's also a great mom and loves working with charities. The media definitely compares Meghan and Kate a lot and make it all seem like there's one big feud that will never end between them. Now, there may be some truth to that, but the reality is we may never necessarily know what's going on between them, whether or not they sort of patched up their relationship or even decided to agree to disagree in an amicable way. Either way, Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton are both contributing to the evolution of the British monarchy in their own unique ways. But most people just say, well, Kate, she doesn't cause a fuss. She does what she does it well, and they prefer her style over Meghan Markle's style of things. Buckingham Palace has always had this unwritten rule of mum's the word when it comes to personal stuff. They've kept their lips sealed to protect their privacy and keep the monarchy looking squeaky clean. But Meghan Markle came along and threw a wrench in the works with her interviews and public statements, especially when she started spilling the tea of royal family matters.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol.
Some folks think she's airing dirty laundry in public and it's not doing the monarchy any favors. On the flip side, Kate Middleton has been sticking to the mum's the word approach, which means that Meghan's side of the story is the only one we're hearing. And it's like a one-sided conversation. And it's starting to affect the public's opinion of Meghan Markle. As a matter of fact, it has greatly affected it already. Now, with the rest of the royal family keeping quiet about a lot of personal stuff, Meghan's version of events is taking center stage. And it's definitely affecting how people view the whole situation with her and Harry leaving the British royal family as senior royals. It's definitely a messy situation, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in the long run. Now, the whole Meghan Markle and Prince Harry thing has caused quite a lot of controversy in the world and also within the royal family, because it's not just Meghan Markle saying these things, but also Prince Harry. He's also written a book about many private and personal things that happened during his time growing up as a royal. So there's definitely a lot of mistrust and division going on, and it's really affecting Harry's image as well. Some people look at it like Meghan is being totally disloyal, especially to Kate, who's always kept her mouth quiet and has followed the royal rules. And then there's a whole public opinion thing. Like half the people are all for Meghan speaking her mind, while the other half are criticizing her for breaking royal protocol. So it's become huge debate online, and there's a lot of people picking sides here. I actually think that there's more people that have chosen the side against Meghan Markle in this instance, but again, I don't have the numbers to support that as a fact. There was also that Oprah interview where Meghan Markle dropped some bombshells about Kate Middleton making her cry before her wedding and the royal family not giving her any support for her mental well-being, and that caused a huge uproar all over the world.
It made me cry, and it really hurt my feelings.
Of course, there was that Netflix docu-series, Harry and Meghan, that came out and gave us even more details about the relationship between Meghan, Harry, Kate, William, as well as other members of the royal family.
There was a war against Meghan to suit other people's agendas.
And these revelations made people talk and debate even more, and everyone seemed to have an opinion about this. Now, when it comes to Kate and her journey in the British monarchy, it has definitely been a wild ride, and I'm sure it has had a lot of bumps, and some bumps we probably aren't even aware of, but it's marked by two major things: being there for a long time and feeling like you know her. So this is how Kate Middleton kind of comes across to people. People really feel like they connect with her because Kate has been a royal for quite a while now, and that's given people a lot of time to watch her grow from a regular girl to a big shot royal pretty much. And because she's been around for so long, she's become like a familiar face to the people of Britain as well as to the rest of the world. Being a royal for a long time has definitely shaped how people see Kate. Ever since she married Prince Harry back in 2011, she's been doing all the royal stuff, going to events, helping out with charities, and doing what royals do. And she's been doing all of it without criticizing the royal family or complaining publicly, which has made a lot of people think that she's definitely dedicated to being a royal and she respects the institution. Plus, she always meets expectations, which has earned her a lot of respect and admiration from the public. Over the years, we've come to know Kate as somebody who's kind, caring, and as down to earth as one could be.
She's so engaged, isn't she? She's really looking at everything.
She's not afraid to show her true self, and she can connect with people on a very personal level, which has made her really popular. And when she shares things about her personal life, like how it's like for her to be a mom, it makes the monarchy seem more human and relatable to the public. So Kate's longevity as a royal, as well as her familiarity to the public, have really helped her build a strong bond with not just the people of Britain, but around the world as well. She's seen as a role model by many people, how she balances her royal duties with her personal life, as well as all the challenges that she's been dealing with recently. Some reports even refer to Kate Middleton's Britishness as something that makes her more appealing because she's closer to the royal family customs and traditions rather than Meghan Markle, who is American, who was completely not accustomed at all. Now, at first, it seemed like the world did accept Meghan Markle with open arms becoming a royal, and people loved her. I remember following the news and people had so much good things to say. Even the people of Britain, they really loved Meghan. And then all of a sudden, things changed because it just seemed like Meghan wasn't really open to adapting to the ways of the British people, as well as the ways of the British royal family.
Meghan Markle is being accused of making huge demands to compete with Kate Middleton. These accusations are wild, guys. Let's get into it.
And that was a very clear and real and frightening
constant thought.
Meghan has been accused of making demands to get better accommodation when she first relocated to the UK to live with Harry. Royal expert Kinsey Schofield told GB News that Meghan asked if they could live in Windsor Castle, which is where they had their wedding reception after they exchanged vows. Meghan was told why she wouldn't be allowed to live in Windsor Castle and was warned the couple's privacy would be intruded upon, as there are numerous public tours of the castle during that year.
For me, it's very important to meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly.
However, Kinsley claimed Meghan's fixation on securing suites within the huge castle came from her rivalry with Kate Middleton, who lived in a lavish apartment with Prince William and their children in Kensington Palace, and she wanted something of similar value. William and Kate were given the apartment by the Queen as a present in 2011, and the massive living quarters was spread over 4 floors and featured over 20 rooms, including 3 kitchens and 9 rooms for members of staff, including nannies for their 3 children. The apartment underwent an extensive renovation before they moved in, and also includes 2 nurseries for their kids, as well as a private gym and elevator. Talk about luxury. This apparently bothered Meghan so much, she obsessed about getting something similar.
Yeah, just I guess we wait a couple months.
Harry and Meghan moved into Nottingham Cottage in the grounds of Kensington Palace after Prince Harry popped the question in 2017, and Meghan relocated to the UK permanently ahead of their wedding. The humble cottage was what Harry dubbed his starter home, but the 2-bedroom property, which had a tiny garden, wasn't substantial enough for the couple. Harry and Meghan discussed living in the cottage in their Netflix docuseries, as Meghan confessed she thought they would be living in something more regal after getting engaged.
Our security was being pulled. Everyone in the world knew where we were.
I said, we need to get out of here.
As far as people were concerned, we were living in a palace and we were in a cottage, he said during one episode. Kensington Palace sounds very regal, of course it does, it says palace in the name, but Nottingham Cottage was so small, Meghan added. Since all of this was said, Meghan has been making all types of demands to try to match up to Kate Middleton and Prince Williams. Author Omid Scobie writes that Kate and Meghan had little in common, but the rift between Prince Harry and Prince William didn't help in the early stages of their relationship. Omid Scobie also quoted an endgame for Meghan, who found much of her time as a working royal a lonely and isolated experience. There was a hope that Kate would be someone she could at least turn to for an encouraging word during her lowest points, which chronicles both the breakdown in the royal family and the weakening of the modern monarchy. They were both once outsiders, middle-class women brought into the House of Windsor for unimaginably different lives. Kate, however, was uninterested in forming this kind of bond with Meghan, he writes. Omid Scobie, who has covered the royal family for more than a decade, writes an endgame that a source said Kate can be cold if she doesn't like someone and wasn't a fan of Meghan.
You'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that.
And you said yes, obviously.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
Awkward details about Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton's relationship. The wedding of Harry and Meghan in 2018 was undeniably a grand spectacle, purportedly costing an astronomical $45 million. A sum which reportedly surpassed the budget for Kate Middleton's own wedding to Prince William by a staggering $10 million. This apparent disparity in expenditure allegedly stirred feelings of discontent within the Duchess of Cambridge. Insiders claim that Kate found the financial discrepancy distressing and felt a sense of envy towards the extravagance of Harry and Meghan's wedding in comparison to her own.
I just think being able to sort of come together to find some sort of common ground.
These rumors suggesting a rivalry between the duchesses, fueled by Kate's supposed resentment of Meghan's entrance into the royal spotlight, have been circulating since before the matrimonial event. However, it's worth noting that these allegations regarding Kate's feelings towards her sister-in-law remain unconfirmed speculation.
But it was something that I think all 3 of us at the time felt that we really could make a far bigger impact together.
The relationship between Kate and Meghan has been subject to intense scrutiny since the latter joined the royal family. Rumors of a feud between the 2 women have circulated in the media, with some even speculating that they do not get along at all.
While the tabloids love to pit Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle against one another, they're both valued members of the royal family.
While these rumors have never been officially confirmed, it is no secret that joining the royal family can be a daunting and challenging experience. Both Kate and Meghan have had to navigate navigate the intense scrutiny of the media, public expectations, and their new role as duchesses.
For me, it's very important to meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly.
It is therefore understandable that there may be some tension between them at times, but ultimately they are both committed to representing the royal family and supporting their respective husbands in their duties. Despite any potential differences or disagreements, Kate and Meghan have been seen attending various events together and appearing to get along well in public. They have also shown support for each other, with Kate reportedly giving advice to Meghan on navigating royal life and the media's attention. The two women also share similar philanthropic interests, with both actively involved in charitable work. Before the royal transitions, the life trajectories of Middleton and Markle were distinctly different. Middleton, who was born and raised in England, comes from a family that had connections to the British royal family even before her relationship with Prince William. Conversely, Markle, a native of LA, led a very different life as a successful actress, particularly known for her role in the acclaimed TV series Suits. Prior to her royal journey, Middleton was engaged in her family's business known as Party Pieces. The Queen appears to have formed a particular fondness in the ongoing royal dynamics. Sources suggest that the late Queen Elizabeth had developed a remarkably close bond with Markle, a closeness that extends beyond her relationship with Middleton. Since Meghan and Harry's wedding, the Queen's bond with Meghan had significantly deepened, shared an insider. The Queen has spent quality time getting to know Harry's spouse and finds her absolutely delightful. She believes Meghan embodies the future of the monarchy, being smitten by her warmth, intellect, and witty humor, the informant elaborated. On the contrary, the Duchess of Cambridge reportedly holds a distinctly different rapport with the Queen in comparison to Markle. The relationship between Kate and Elizabeth is rather formal, the source pointed out. Kate appears more restrained and rigid in the Queen's company, unlike Meghan, who remains authentic and doesn't get overly worried if she slips up on royal protocol. It's been reported that Middleton feels somewhat aggrieved that her fellow Duchess has formed a stronger bond with the Queen, leading to feelings of exclusion.
The Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, remains unwilling to forgive or forget what she views as the ultimate betrayal by Meghan Markle. Now, since the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, had their revealing interview with Oprah in 2021, Kate Middleton has not been able to find it in her heart to forgive Meghan Markle for the damage that she caused. And it seems that this stance is unlikely to change in the near future, as indicated by a source from OK Magazine. And this is what the insider had to say. Kate has drawn a hard line in the sand. She's not changing her mind about them. They never apologized for their lies, but it's harder for William because Harry is his brother. It's a horrible situation all around. And yeah, of course, William and Harry grew up together. There is a closer bond than Meghan would have with Kate because they're just sisters-in-law and they recently met. Another thing to note is that according to the insider, Prince William's efforts to extend an olive branch to Harry sparked a whole lot of emotions in Kate, leading to a heated disagreement with Prince William. So they had some confrontations there, it got heated, but they were able to work out that disagreement amongst themselves privately. Now, the insider also had this to say, but Kate feels that Harry and especially Meghan have done enough damage to the royal family and will do even more damage if they're let back in. Now, in recent developments, there have been reports suggesting that Kate has been reaching out to Prince Harry, even at late hours in the night, hoping to mend the strained relationship that he has with the rest of the royal family.
While the lives of Harry and Prince William have never been close, the ongoing fallout between the two brothers has led peacemaker Kate to try and patch things up, but this is said to have irritated Meghan.
So she's kind of going out of her way, taking it upon herself to kind of fix things happening in the family. Now, one source told Closer Weekly in the UK that, and I quote, Kate has been in touch with Harry to tell him to keep his chin up and not worry too much about these temporary setbacks. She feels very sorry for him right now. Seeing him go through all these setbacks is very difficult to witness, and it tugs at her heartstrings, especially as his court trial is taking place so close to their home. Yeah, it has been really tough for Prince Harry. The connection between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family got worse when Harry published his revealing memoir Spare in January of 2023. And in his book, he called his older brother Prince William his arch nemesis.
He killed 25 Taliban fighters, snorted cocaine as a teen, and calls his brother his arch nemesis.
And talked about how Meghan was treated by the royal family.
There has always been this competition.
He also shared private information about a disagreement between Meghan and Kate, and this happened during a wedding dress fitting. So it's no surprise that Harry and Prince William, they have a strained relationship there, because when somebody exposes private information like that publicly, how are you gonna feel about it? It also doesn't seem like Kate Middleton is a big fan of Prince Harry, but for the sake of her husband, Prince William, well, Harry is his brother, so she's really working to try to make sure that they are on the same wavelength, you know, that they're reconnected again as brothers. And, you know, she also knew Harry a lot longer than Meghan, so there's no surprise that Kate Middleton isn't really that attached to Meghan Markle and what really happens with her. But yeah, she's just really trying to do her best, because it is a sticky situation here. Like, your husband is the Prince of Wales and his brother, the Duke of Sussex. You're trying to fix that, and at the same time, you aren't really cool with your brother-in-law's wife, your sister-in-law's, so you're trying to still work and fix that relationship. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what it would be like in Kate's brain right now, just trying to mend all of these broken relationships here, and just trying to make things work.
The campaign is fundamentally about shining a spotlight on the critical importance of early childhood.
Well, if that's a byproduct of what's going on, how jolly convenient. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's being said that Kate Middleton is making Meghan Markle less noticeable and less significant, less important within the royal family. Like, she's just completely outshining Meghan right now. One expert, Nicholas Owens, he used strong words while talking about the inner workings of the royals. But Nicholas Owens also praised Kate Middleton for becoming more confident and comfortable in her role in the royal family after just 5 months. Kate and Prince William, as a matter of fact, recently they had a significant trip to Cornwall, and they visited the National Maritime Museum and even rode on an old boat from the 1940s. And as you could imagine, people, of course, were really excited to see them, and they lined the streets just to catch a glimpse of them. So the expert believes that Kate Middleton is really liked by the public and that her popularity is 100% solid. Nicholas Owens, he specifically said this.
She's really come into her own. Her popularity is absolutely assured. We're talking about Kate, we're talking about the Princess of Wales. She's got new advisors around her.
Particularly one lady, a real toughie, is a sort of one of her main assistants. Now, Nicholas Owens, he also went on to say this.
Beyond the exterior that we all see, the smiling face, the easy way with crowds, the wonderful way Kate has with children, there is also some steel going on there.
The determination to sort of set herself out a role, rather, as you say, but is she seeing off Meghan in the process?
Well, if that's a byproduct of what's going on, how jolly convenient. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Pushing Meghan further and further into the background.
And Kate Middleton even hired somebody who is an expert in branding and marketing to work as her private secretary. Also, someone close to the royals, they said that this choice is a clear sign that Kate is trying to change how she presents herself to the public. And this is what they had to say. What the Princess of Wales is doing is a very clear sign that she is redefining herself now that she has this new role. They also explained that Kate has a greater platform now and must have the right team to deliver for her. In the beginning of 2023, Kate shared a special look into her life by starting a new Instagram account. And she created this new account to showcase the important work that she does for raising awareness about early childhood. And when she launched the account, Kate posted a picture of herself as a baby on her official Instagram account. And this really connected with people. The picture shows a young Kate reaching out to her father, Michael Middleton, who is holding her. And she encouraged everyone to have conversations with their loved ones. This was all part of her campaign called Shaping Us. This campaign in particular aims to help people see the importance that the early years of a child's life is when it comes to shaping them for their future.
The campaign is fundamentally about shining a spotlight
on the critical importance of early childhood and how it shapes the adults we become.
So the work that Kate Middleton is doing right now is really connecting with people. It's really making a difference and it's having a positive impact.
This is why it is essential.
And Kate, she's constantly working to get better, to have her message be received better, to present herself better in the public eye, to connect with more and more and more people. And with her doing this and stepping into her new role as the future queen, right? It's just kind of brushing Meghan Markle aside, and people are saying that, yeah, Kate is just outshining Meghan right now. Like, it's completely night and day.